So you probably clicked this video to see whether you should play Cyberpunk 2077 in 2023. Oh, that's a tongue twister. After patch 2.0 and Phantom Liberty dropped. Well, hopefully by the end of this video you'll be convinced. At least to try it out, even if it's just a demo. If you know what I mean. Because I ain't going to be talking about most of the things that other reviewers do. They talk about the major wins, which is good, but the smaller wins. The smaller wins are what makes it all come together. It's okay, Fireboy. It doesn't matter how small it is. It's how you use it. Cyberpunk 2077 has been an emotional roller coaster. I mean the game itself, yeah, but more so the press surrounding it. With the most negative press at the launch of the game, becoming amazing critic scores by the release of Phantom Liberty, CD Projekt Red hoodwinked us, but at the same time, built the most memorable game of the generation. Kind of ironic that our main characters are fighting corporate greed, and it was the same corporate greed that led to the abhorrent launch of the game. How art imitates life, huh? But I'm going to be very honest. I would not blame you if you vowed to never play a CD Projekt Red game after what they pulled at launch. But if you have it in you to see the dream of the amazing and talented developers had for this game, now is definitely the right time to play. Come and experience Nightcity with me. First of all, this game is orgasmic. I mean it literally. This game is honestly a sensory orgasm. I have never seen such vivid colors, such lighting, such shadows, such rasterization or ray tracing. I researched these because of the game. Such ambience, such design in a game before. I mean, when Nvidia uses your game to showcase its flagship features, you know you're sitting on a treasure trove. I can't gush enough about this. Just walking down Nightcity is such a mood. I honestly can't tell you how many times I have ditched my car to just walk down the street. Granted, NC is not car friendly, but we'll talk about that later. I'm lost for words. I don't know how to describe it. The design is so gorgeously unique, and I'm a high contrast type of guy, so I love vivid colors, and this game is just a dream come true for me. Moving on from the visual experience to the sound design, that is just as good too. I love all the different sounds that emanate from the streets, the voice acting, the FX sounds, the guns, the abilities, the clickities and clackities, just everything.
At least I could do
that and the music. I don't need to convince you of the music, okay?
The hell else are we supposed to fight for?
But you know how much you broke me apart. I'm done with you, I'm ignoring you, I don't wanna know. Let's ignore that. Speaking of walking around Nightcity, I don't know how the reviewers just pass by this as if it doesn't matter. Well, it might not to some, but for me it does. Nightcity is so multicultural. I absolutely love this design choice. Not only does it make sense for a metropolitan, it's such a joy to see different cultures and languages interacting with each other in the city. I mean, till now I have heard English, Spanish, Japanese, Chinese, Creole, I think that's how you call it, because the Voodoo Boys are Haiti, Russian, and who knows what I'm gonna discover next. I absolutely adore it. This also makes Nightcity feel alive. I don't know what some of y'all were on about calling Nightcity dead, but random NPCs having conversations in their own languages makes this city just feel alive, and in a sense I have never felt before. And come on, not alive? What about the gang wars, the cyber psycho attacks, the police raids, the random side quests? This place is teeming with life and adventure. Coming on to the story and writing, truly, CDPR hit the right balance with a grand plot and a very personal writing. If you recall my video about Starfield, I often see people have a disconnect with Bethesda's main quests. And to be real, I do too. Their stories are so grand that it becomes hard to execute. meaning the plot becomes very impersonal, which is the Achilles heel to any story or narrative, at least in my opinion. But here, you feel like you're part of the ride through and through, and the campaign really has some awesome, some sad, some happy, some funny, and some just freaking crazy moments. And what can I say about this side quest? Like, honestly, this is CDPR. You know CDPR does not miss with those. If you have ever played their previous games, the side quests are just a joy to experience. The stories are so wild, from the Mad Max adventures out in the Badlands with Pan Am to the gritty murder mystery in the underbelly of Nightcity with Rivers. CDPR just knows how to make intricate side quests that sometimes rival the main quests in both plot and execution. I don't want to say much here. Do you like stories? Just play this game. Trust me. Oh, by the way, a like and a subscribe would be premium. Moving on to the little stuff again. I love the UI. I don't ever want to go back to a grayscale UI ever again. The vivid red background with blue and white accents is so good because it's just so different. As I said, I'm a high contrast man, okay? I love me some bright colors that work together, and I can safely say the UI is just amazing. Though a bit clunky at times, the clicks, the music, the colors, everything. Mwah, chef's kiss. Especially the mobile phone. God, I can't believe more games haven't done this since GTA 5. I love the closeness to the characters I felt because of their text and their phone calls when I played GTA 5. Pan Am checking up on me, Jackie with his sly text, Claire with her happy-go-lucky / psychotic texts, Rivers inviting me to a family dinner, and exploring the stories of cyber psychosis with Regina. It all is just masterfully crafted and such an important touch to feel that connection with the characters. Lastly, as a net running edge dancer, edge dancer is from Stormlight. It's edge runner here, but it sounds cooler, so I'll go with it. I must say I was thoroughly impressed with the combat. The gunplay, the stealth, the magic system, aka quick hacks, everything. I don't know, maybe on release the combat sucked, but right now it is awesome. This was not half-baked at all, and with the revamped perk system, it's so fun to progress and unlock new ways to fight. I thought the gunplay would be very janky like Fallout, but nah man, it's very good. Come here, don't you run away from me. Oh, I see you peeking behind there. You're gonna die now. Burn in hell. All of you. Nice. Well, with the good, I must discuss the bad, especially to set your expectations right. By no means will these cons convince you to not play the game. I just want to highlight them just so you're aware. First of all, get this straight because the intro screen misleads you. This game is not about choices. Trust me, the dialogue options from your attribute points barely matter. They usually unlock peripheral dialogue options which are more exposition dumps than anything, and they will never unlock a different path you can take. This game has different journeys, but in the end, the same destination. And the hallmark of which is your character's background. You know how Mass Effect gives you some side quests based on your past? Yeah, not here. And there's definitely no branching choices you can make, so don't expect a Baldur's Gate 3 here. Looping back to attribute points, they do help you in the world by allowing you to skip some stuff or get some more loot here and there, but honestly they're like the following parable. You have a locked door in front of you and another 10 feet away which is unlocked. You can unlock the door right in front of you if you have attribute points, or just stroll and go through the unlocked door. Convenient, but really not that necessary. Speaking of dialogue, sometimes there is really no point to peripheral options. They usually end with 2 or 3 sentences and more than once characters just reply with the iteration of "Duh, you stupid," which is not all that great, you know. And they sound really disjointed at times. Like, you know how if you select the dialogue options in Skyrim, somehow it feels like a natural conversation? Well, here it just ends abruptly with the peripheral options not being cohesive with the main dialogue options. And secondly, the prompt is often misleading for some reason. As an example, I asked Rogue if we're cool. So in my head I was, amicable. I was trying to repair the relationship. But what we actually said sounded very confrontational. So yeah, the dialogue, the prompts, and the options could use a bit of improving. On the topic of lore dumps, CDPR. Why? Why are there so many lore shards? I mean, listen, I love lore, but I ain't going to stop an intense gunfight in the middle and be like, oh, another whore diary. I wonder what this was up to on Tuesday. Like, what? Night City has amazing lore that I want to know more about, but I am not reading lines upon lines of mildly interesting lore. Please, just try to use different methods of exposition. Maybe make them audio logs so that I can at least listen to them while doing something. If not, just goddamn pace them better. It's paragraph upon paragraphs placed in the most obnoxious areas when I don't want to pause and read. It's not good pacing. Just not, bro. Sorry, I'm passionate about this because I'm going to make a whole video about using books in games as lore dumps. Some additional gripes I had with the game were mechanical. First is driving. Yeah, downtown NC is not driving friendly as well as it should be, but generally driving is very sharp. Too often my car speeds up too fast, out of control, then I spear some poor NPC across the road, and what do you know, the police is after me. And sometimes I may even fail a side quest. Whoops, don't mind me, I'm just driving along here. Oh my god, I swear to god if the police come after me. The second is melee combat. Until I unlocked the Monovire, which has amazing synergy with my Netrunner build, the melee combat was really annoying. It just doesn't feel right for me. Maybe I expect Soulsborne level combat, but honestly you'd have much more fun sticking to guns. Counters and blocks just don't feel right, and the enemy lunges and hitboxes are hit and a miss. Unintended. Well, I hope I sufficiently convinced you to try this game out, and at the same time tempered your expectations so you don't come into the game thinking it's something that it's not. I hope you enjoyed just as much as I did. See you in Night City, Chun.